If you're looking for a legit 5-channel amplifier to run your entire audio system, then you may want to consider the Kicker CXA660.5. This 5-channel amplifier is more than capable of driving 2 sets of components and a 10 to 12-inch subwoofer, and depending upon loading, possibly even 2. This Kicker amp is an excellent choice for great sounding power in a compact chassis. The Kicker CXA series amplifiers are a perfect combination of big power, flexibility, and true reliability. The CXA660.5 combines the best of both amplifier topologies. They're Class AB for the 4 full range channels and Class D for the subwoofer channel. This provides flexibility with loading down to 2 ohms in stereo mode and 4 ohms in bridged mode on the full range channels. The subwoofer channel can be loaded down to 2 ohms. Kicker has rated the amplifier with CEA 2006 compliance, but we'll put that to the test in a minute. Inside the box is the amplifier test birthing certificate, power chart, instruction manual, hardware, and vertical mounting brackets. The dimensions of the amplifier are 14 1/8 inches in width, 2 3/8 inches in height, and 6 3/4 inches in depth. What can a 5-channel amplifier of this size put out in terms of power? Kicker rates it at 65 watts by 4 channels at 4 ohms, 90 watts by 4 channels at 2 ohms, plus 150 watts RMS by 1 channel at 4 ohms, or 300 watts by 1 channel at 2 ohms. Kicker provided the amplifier with a birthing certificate, showing that this specific amplifier hits 732 watts RMS of certified power. Let's test this thing out. The first test we ran was at 4 ohms, 4 channels driven, 14.2 volts, 1 kilohertz. Kicker rates it at 65 watts here. We're using our audio precision to generate our signal and measure distortion. Our HP8903B audio analyzer picked up 73 watts RMS, 0.8% distortion, and 17 volts of output. Our AMM1 read 58 watts and we drew 30.7 amps of current. Next we went down to 40 hertz, 4 channels driven, 14.2 volts. Our HP8903B audio analyzer picked up 68 watts with 1% distortion and 16.4 volts of output. Our AMM1 read 62 watts and we drew 30.8 amps of current. For our third test, we went down to 2 ohms, 40 hertz, 2 channels driven, 14.2 volts. Our HP8903B audio analyzer picked up 117 watts RMS with 1% distortion and 15.1 volts of output. Our AMM1 read 106 watts and we drew 28.7 amps of current. Then we tested the subwoofer output. 4 ohms, 14.2 volts, 40 hertz. Our HP8903B audio analyzer picked up 192 watts RMS with 1.03% distortion and 27.5 volts of output. Our AMM1 read 185 watts and we drew 16.2 amps of current. Our last power test was on the subwoofer channel at 2 ohms, 14.2 volts, 40 hertz. Our HP8903B audio analyzer picked up 332 watts RMS with 1.03% distortion and 25.6 volts of output. Our AMM1 read 314 watts and we drew 29.4 amps of current. Our last test was frequency response on channels 1 through 4. We set our reference level of 2 volts at 1 kilohertz, zeroed our meter, and ran up each frequency. Our final test was the subwoofer channel frequency response. Overall, this amplifier will give you some excellent power given its size. The amplifier is more than capable of driving an entire system, making this incredibly flexible for all kinds of vehicles. The CXA660.5 has 3 sets of RCA inputs to connect directly to your head unit. For adjustments, the amplifier has an input high-low level switch allowing for 125 millivolt to 5 volt input on low level mode and 1 volt to 40 volt in high level mode. 3 input gain controls, variable high pass crossover between off and 200 Hz for channels 1 through 4, and variable low pass crossover between 50 Hz and 200 Hz on channel 5. Fixed 40 Hz bass boost between 0 and 6 dB. The amplifier is capable of 2-channel, 4-channel, and 5-channel inputs with the fader switch and sub-input switch. The amplifier features an optional remote bass control jack to be used with the CXARC to make bass adjustments up front. Due to the nearly 70 amps of combined current draw at 2 ohms, we recommend using a minimum of 4-gauge power and ground leads. Get your amplifier installation kits online with us at qualitymobilevideo.com. The amplifiers are built with FIT, fail-safe integration technology, giving the user the ability to send any audio source directly to the amplifier without line output converters. To provide flexibility, the CXA series amplifiers provide DC offset turn-on, so no remote turn-on wire needed for those OEM integrations. Be sure to get all of your car audio and video gear with us today at qualitymobilevideo.com. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button. If you hated it, click the dislike button. Join the conversation below and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Thanks for watching.